Hello, this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. Thank you for joining me today. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the UK, and my job is to showcase Stampin' Up products so that you can see that you too could make some lovely paper craft projects. Right, today we're going to make this card. This I featured on my blog on Saturday. It was for a blog hop that I do with 3 of my team members. We're all in the same team, and we had a blog hop with the theme of leaves and trees, and I chose to go with these trees. Now they're from the Christmas Trees die set, which goes with the Whimsical Trees stamp set. And there's loads of dies here, as you can see, all sorts of different Christmas tree dies, but I just love these 2 little Christmas trees. I think they're great. This one's got sort of zigzaggy markings on, this one's got lines. They're slightly different sizes, but I think they're great. And on my card on Saturday I did them in shades of green. I used garden green, shaded spruce, soft succulent and evening evergreen. Today I'm going to do them in gold and see what that looks like. So the same card but in gold. So I'm going to start off with our usual card blank. Mine measures 14.5 centimetres, which is, I'm going to give you the inches. I'm trying to be better about giving you the inches. 5 3/4 by 10.5 centimetres, which is 4 1/8. So I started out with 21 along there and then scored it at halfway. So that's our card blank. We need a white panel to go on here. Yeah, I'm using black today on my card because I've got gold, so I thought that might look quite nice. So that's going to layer on there. My panel is 10 across by 14, so this is 14.5, this is 10 by 14, so I've just lopped a centimetre off there. What I'm going to do first of all is stamp the Merry Christmas. My Merry Christmas comes from, let me just grab the stamp set, it comes from the Snowflake Wishes stamp set, and it's this little Merry Christmas here that I've cut apart. I've cut it apart from that because I love that little Merry Christmas. I've used it so much and I just like it. I don't use the whole greeting very much, just that little message. You might not want to cut yours apart, so you might just want to stamp the whole message and then just cut that greeting out, which you could do quite easily. Right, okay, so I'm going to take my embossing buddy, which will stop me getting any specks of embossing powder where I don't want them. If I can get into the packet, there we go. So if you just bang it a bit, that lets a bit of the powder out, and it's the powder that just dries any sticky residue off your cardstock and will stop any residues, any embossing powder stick to that. Right, okay, so I've got my, now I'm going to just measure. Okay, I'm going to measure up, I think it was about, was it 3.5 or 3? About 3.5, just a little bit over. So I'm going to make a little mark there so that I know that's roughly where I need my greeting, and I'm going to stamp it above that so that it doesn't, so I can rub it out easily afterwards. So there's my greeting inked up with Versamark. So you might just get my head over here while I try and get this on straight. I'm hoping that's central. And there. And then just take your gold embossing. It doesn't have to be gold, of course. You could choose to do it in silver if you wanted. There. And we've got rid of all those specks. Oh, that's not bad. That's fairly central and fairly straight. So I'm going to heat that up. Bit noisy, my embossing gun. So I don't know if you can hear me talking over it. Just let it heat up a little bit before you aim it at your project so that you've got warm air on it. This one has 2 speeds, a lower heat and a high heat, and you need the high heat for embossing. I was trying to emboss the other day with it on the low heat, and that doesn't work very well. So there we go, that's all we need. Turn that off. Stop that racket. Okay, right, and then I've just got my little pencil mark there, so I'm just going to take, I haven't got much of a razor on the end of that one, so let's just take pencil that I've got a little eraser on and then just erase that pencil mark. And I'm now going to make another pencil mark because I want to make sure my trees are central. So my card, this piece of card, actually I said it's measured 10, but I'd actually cut it down a little bit more. So it actually measures 9.6. So that's 4.5, that's 4, 8. I'm going to have to put my glasses on to maybe be able to see these little centimetres. So 4, 8 is going to be in the middle. There. So I'm just going to mark that because I want my trees to be absolutely central. Right, now I have die cut these. I've die cut the smaller ones from gold and 3 larger ones from our brushed metallics cardstock in gold. The gold one. There's rose gold as well. I haven't used that today. Right, okay, so my first tree is going to go there. Like so. So, oh, I haven't got my Tombow out. Let's get my glue out. I'm going to put it upside in there. And I'm actually going to put a little bit on here as well. Just so that I've got a little bit to use. So, actually, I think that's what I'm going to use rather than the tube. I'm going to use the glue on the Petri dish here. So, a little bit of glue on the back here. If you use a cocktail stick, you can be really accurate about where you place it. And I'm not going to put too much on the stem because what I found out was if you stick it down, sometimes it's difficult to stick those stems. So I'm just, I've got my pet mark to put where I'm sticking it, and there we go. And then once you've got it straight, you can come in and put a little bit of glue on the back there and then glue it down. Perfect. Now I'm going to glue one of the little gold ones. I'm going to try and do it quite quickly and I'll show you why, and I hope it's going to work. I want to tuck this under this one. So just a little bit tucked under, like so. And then, and again, stick the trunk down, keeping it straight as you can. And then another one of these. So working with the Tombow means that you should be able to lift them, because I'm going to tuck this one under that one as well, like so. So these cards always look really clean and simple, but actually sometimes they're not as clean and simple as you might think. They do need a little bit of measuring and precise placement to get them absolutely right, because you want your design to look balanced and right. Now this one is going to go over here, and again, once it's stuck down, just haven't got any glue on the trunk yet, so just put a little bit of glue on the back there of the trunk. That's why I like working with cocktail sticks, because you can get in all these little narrow places. And the last one, like so, and that's going to go over top of this one, maybe up a little bit there, and then again just stick the stem down, and that's all there is to it. Very simple little card, but I love these trees. I think that looks great. I like it in the gold. Right, so we need a little bit of Tombow. We'll use the Tombow now from the tube. There we go. A little bit of Tombow on there. And I'm going to use my new gift from my friend Jez. Bought me a silicone glue spreader. So instead of spreading it with a cocktail stick, I can now spread it so it gives you a really lovely thin layer of glue. So none of it's going to squish out onto your cardstock. And then we just need, and you still get a little bit of wiggle room, although not quite as much because it's a very thin layer of glue, so it dries a lot quicker. So just try and make sure you've got this in the right place before you press it down completely, like so. There we go. And then all I'm going to do is put another panel inside. I'm loving this card. Put another panel inside, so it's exactly the same size as the other one. So you just need to cut your panel down equidistant each side to what your card blank is. So if you want a bigger border, cut it down a bit more. So I generally lop off 1/2 centimetre so that I get a 2.5 centimetre border, or sometimes I lop off 6.6 so that I get a 3mm border, which I quite like. There we go, pop that in there, get that straight and lined up. And then I've just got a spare little tree here, which I'm going to pop down the bottom here, just so that carries the design from the front into the middle, like so. So just use up the rest of my glue here. Just a little tree there. And that's a really lovely, clean and simple Christmas card. With these lovely trees. I've got loads of ideas for using these trees, so do come back and see more. I shouldn't say this, but I'm not actually very much in love with the other dies from the set, but I do love these. I love these 2 little trees enough for me to have bought the set. That's why I bought the set. There we go. Right, so we've got, let's move all this rubbish out of the way. We've got 1 in greens and 1 in gold. My other thought is to do 1 in rainbow colours, and I might come back and do that another time. Might choose 5 really nice bright rainbow colours and to do that. Anyway, hope you like that project. Might give it a go. If you'd like to order, just pop below. There's a link to my shop. All the links to the products I've used are there as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back really soon with another project, probably another Christmas project as we're getting to that time of year. But that's it from me today. Bye.